Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS-Inform. I'm your host, Bill Potter. We continue to meet candidates running for election in the upcoming municipal election. I say upcoming when actually what I mean is that you can vote right now. You can be voting for these folks right now with early voting all the way up to November 3rd. Joining us in the studio today is Tim Wehr. Tim is a candidate running for Huntingburg City Council at large. Tim, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Glad to have you here. Now, Tim, I guess the first thing we want to do is find out who is Tim Wehr.
Well, I was born in Huntingburg. I've been raised by Joe and Virginia Wehr. I have 5 brothers and sisters, and I lived on 2nd Street. I've been involved in the St. Mary's Catholic Church for all my life. I graduated Southridge High School in 1982, and after that I moved on to Vincennes University to start my aviation career. After graduating there in Vincennes, I lived at home yet, and I worked in Owensboro, Kentucky for 5 years. Down there I found my love of my life, my wife, and shortly after we got married, we had an opportunity to move to St. Louis to further the career of my aviation. So we lived out there approximately about 5 years. I had my daughter there, Danielle Lee, you might know her. Mm-hmm. After she was about 2.5 years old, we decided that St. Louis area is not really the place to raise a child, in my opinion, where I felt more comfortable. I had the hometown feeling of wanted to be raised there. I wanted to raise my children there, so to speak. So we had the opportunity to move home there shortly after that. We had our second child, Megan. So I only have 2 children. You
moved back to Huntingburg?
Yes. We moved back to Huntingburg. That's where I started my flying career. Now, being there for 22 years there now, I've been working for Kimball International. I'm a pilot and a assistant mechanic for the flight department.
Okay, now what made you run for office? Why did you decide, I think Tim Wehr needs to run for office?
Well, that's interesting. That's good. I've always liked to be involved in things. I enjoy working with the programs. My kids grew up with all kinds of sporting programs. I was boosters on a lot of these things. For the past 15 years, 13 of those years, I've been treasurer for the Huntingburg Girls Softball League. I'm also, past 8 years, I'm treasurer for the Friends of Ritter Softball League. So I'm still involved in the programs like that. In 2012, I was on the panel for the Yes campaign for the referendum for the remodeling of the Southridge High School. As soon as that was approved and gone through the vote, I was asked to be on the panel to be on the Southridge Building Commission. So we was on that until the building, the renovation was finished.
So Tim, Amy Laird decided not to run, and you decided maybe you should run.
I thought this would be a good opportunity for me to step up and start helping out the city whatever I can. As an independent, I had to go around with a petition to talk to the voters and get their signature to get my name on the ballot. After I talked to my wife and we had a good conversation about this here, I had a lot of good responses from the voters who supported me. At that time, I felt very comfortable, and I'm excited to be able to represent the people of Huntingburg.
Now, what I do want to point out is Tim is running at large for the city of Huntingburg. So no matter where you live in Huntingburg, you will vote for the at-large candidates. You may vote for somebody in your district, but everybody will vote for at large as well.
That is correct.
And you're running as an independent. Why? What made you do that?
I decided to run as an independent because I didn't want to have the label. I didn't want to be representative of one side or the other. I want to answer to the people of the Huntingburg. I want to represent the people of Huntingburg as the independent.
Now, there's going to be issues, concerns, or things going on now, good, bad, and different, with the city of Huntingburg. In the future, sometimes we don't know what it's going to hold, but what do you think the issues, concerns are for the city of Huntingburg, and how would you address those?
I don't think they have really big issues right now. Anything that comes up, I would work hard to study, to analyze, to see what would be the best solution. I'm not afraid to go out into the field to find a question or ask questions and find the answers from the people that's working out there so I can bring it back to the table and work with the group. We have a very good group where all the people are great. I'm friends with all of them. No matter who wins, I can work with all of them. So that's what I'm looking forward to. It's pretty exciting.
Okay, now, what is it you think you're going to bring to the council? What will you bring to the table, so to speak?
I bring to the table, I'm very focused. I work hard on whatever I do. If I'm doing something at home or building something or working for a project or for a school or for one of the boosters, I've worked very hard to make it successful. I'm not afraid to ask questions, like I said in the past. I look forward to researching stuff. Now, my job allows me to do this. Just like Jeff Bounds has got his schedule, and Kerry Blessner has his schedule. I'm kind of the same thing. We can get together and do things and work on things during the daytime a lot of times, because once my duties are finished at work, I'm free to go and work on other projects and stuff like this. So this is why it gives me the opportunity to work in the middle of the day a lot of times to do stuff like this.
Well, at this time, Tim, we always let our candidates just talk right to the viewers and explain to them why you think they should vote for Tim Wehr.
Well, I know the value of the dollar is very important. With my small town Indiana values, I don't want to waste any of it. I will work hard for you, and I would do the right things, hopefully to do the right things for everybody. I will focus on what the issues are. I know our little town is small, but it's a great town. It's our town. It's the only thing we have. You know, I plan on retiring in this little town, so you want to make it as nice as you can, and you know, it's very people friendly, and it's great about that. I'm a very open-minded person. I don't keep grudges on nobody. If somebody has a better idea than what we come up with, we use that idea. That's what we use at work. If one idea is better than the other, we use the best idea for that job. So I look forward in meeting with the people. I'm trying to get out to every household. Being an independent, you're out there on your own. But I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of good support behind me, and I appreciate that.
All right, Tim Wehr running for Huntingburg City Council at large. Remember, you can be voting now all the way up through November 3rd. Tim, it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you very much.
Our guest has been Tim Wehr. He is running for the Huntingburg City Council at large. This is WJTS Inform. We're local people watching local people.